Convo Time. This is a show where we talk about anything and everything that has to do with young adults. We're chilling here in the jacuzzi with Tobster. How you doing?
You're coming in, man. You're making me look awkward as if I did something in the water.
We just came to chill with you. I'm not
With
going
your
in.
legs.
Yeah.
I've got a question for you.
Oh.
Why are you in the water, by the way?
Let me tell you something, man. I'm preparing for Valentines.
Oh
So
my!
I'm getting the
Wait, are you that type of guy?
Now, 2018, new me, new year.
Oh yeah, I like that.
So
I like that.
who's the lucky girl?
I
Who's
don't
the
know, we
date?
still have comma. She's the comma
Can
here.
you imagine?
She's the common
Yeah,
here.
I
Okay,
don't
so
know.
you're preparing
Preparing for that girl.
for that
You know,
girl.
by the time I put this video now, a couple of things from this jacuzzi life on
Okay.
Snapchat and Instagram. Couple girls, I'll be like, what girl wants to live this life on February 14?
It looks like Ronka is ready to go on her date herself, maybe.
So
All
would
ready
you mind
up?
coming here for a
You
date?
guys would I actually wouldn't mind.
You come here like in the jacuzzi for a date
Yeah.
with just you and they, or if like it was a group thing.
Well,
Or
it would just be me.
You know, she looks all dressed up already.
I know. Is Bay coming to join us?
Uh-huh.
I can be babe if you want.
Oh, wow.
So
it's just off.
is that an application?
No, it's not an application. It's just
Okay.
off. I'm trying to help address code.
Okay.
Address
Me, I'm already
code.
good, yeah.
My dress code.
You look like you're looking for the babe to come. Me, I'm already here.
I feel like
Okay.
Toby's looking to drag you in. Watch your feet.
Don't you dare. Don't
I'm actually tempted. See, this is what I'm tempted to drag you guys in because it's not fair, man.
Toby, please don't
I'm the
do
only
that.
one. Like people actually think that something's going on here. Maybe the guy did something in the water, so we
No,
just left him
We're
alone.
cool.
You know.
We're
Are
cool.
you
Yeah, I just
chilling?
wanna
That's
chill.
Am I?
We're just chilling.
Man's chilling.
Alright, calm. Man's is hot anyway, so I'm cooling here. That's what I'm cooling.
Yeah.
Guys, what you think though of this whole talk of Valentine's Day? Is it like, because y'all are talking about going with Bay and chilling in the jacuzzi and stuff, is it just for couples or?
Well, for me, I haven't celebrated Valentine's Day with a day.
Really?
So really, I haven't celebrated Valentine's Day.
Yeah. We're going to the club. I've never done it either. Look.
Yeah?
Well, I
Yeah,
have,
yeah.
but I actually didn't celebrate with a way like that. I had a funny kind of experience.
Okay.
You know, but
I want to hear this.
it's kind of funny because it was a church thing,
Oh,
and the priest or the reverend didn't want us to go out there with bay and do all of the bay kind of thing.
yeah.
So he made it like some sort of love feast where everybody just gather around and talk about a whole lot of things, celebrate, eat together, and
That's
at the end
actually
it was
nice.
fun.
I think we do
It
that
was
in Ireland,
fun.
don't we?
Yeah, but I'd never do that though.
I'm curious though, because you said the priest didn't want everybody to go out doing Valentine's and all the Valentines. What does the priest think happens on Valentine's
Well,
Day?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna
Well, let's be realistic. You
Yes.
know, I
Yes,
think he's human in as much as he's a man of God. He understands what goes out on
What goes
Valentine's.
on though? I used
Wow.
to I mean, me and
Toby,
Rotel never
Toby.
done. Oh, okay, you know what? You know
Come
what
on,
goes
Toby.
on?
Earlier on, you were applying
No,
to be
no,
a
no,
babe, and then you're asking me what goes on.
Also, the priest doesn't want people to link up or what? He doesn't want
Not
people to
really
like, get
link up, and not line up. You know, like
Okay,
link up
like
and not,
after
not get
the-
laid.
after-
I'm
Kind
hearing,
of.
I'm hearing a whole bunch of lingo here. Link up and not line up.
No, that's interesting. That's actually really interesting. You know, if I bring a girl here, we might go back and just chill and watch movie, you know, that kind of thing.
Netflix and chill, yeah.
Netflix and chill, something like that. I was joking though, but I think if you bring a girl here, she'll be more relaxed.
Yeah.
And she'll probably tell you things that she won't tell you on a normal date.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's quiet. The environment is just, and especially when it's just the two of you.
Yeah.
I kind of
You
think
feel
it's
But can I
comfortable.
ask
it looks
though?
romantic.
But can I ask though, if that's the case, if you're going to bring a girl here on Valentine's Day just to like tell you things she wouldn't tell you, why can't you bring her here on a normal day? Why wait for Valentine's? What's so special about Valentine's Day?
I think it's just sad that people wait until Valentine's Day to express their love for a person. I feel like every day you should express your love. Well, you don't have to say it, but just show it. Whether
Yeah.
it be getting her flowers, at the weekend, or just something nice, do something nice for your guy. It shouldn't be just Valentine's Day. Like, oh, I'm gonna express my love. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah,
I feel like guys
that's
use Valentine's
true.
Day as their excuse to
Come
say,
on,
okay,
why are
this
you
is the
saying
one.
guys? Why are you saying guys?
Okay, let me take it
And
as
that's
far.
the thing, sure. That's the thing you guys don't, that's the only day I know that you guys are expecting it. If
Uh-huh.
the guy doesn't do it, he's in trouble.
Yeah, because you
Well,
don't do it
my
all
guy
the
should do
time.
it almost
If you did it all the time, then it would be. See, that's the thing. Because there's such hype on Valentine's Day being the one day that a guy would actually treat a girl. It's become like a thing of, okay, if he doesn't do it all the time, then he has to do it on Valentine's Day. But if you did it most times, it will become, there might be actually like a surprise on Valentine's Day. It might be like, oh, he actually did something else.
That could be true, but I think it's because it's just Valentine for me is just like Christmas. I'm just saying, just like Christmas, everybody thinks Xmas is that period when you exchange gifts, you go see a friend, you see your loved ones that you've not seen in a while, and I think Valentine, everybody just feels okay. It's a special day meant to celebrate love. It's not like love is not being celebrated every day. We celebrate love every day, in one way or the other, but it's just a special day that has been marked to celebrate love.
Is it everyone celebrating it, or is it just couples?
For me, I think it should be everyone. When you say couples, it makes it a bit romantic. But love is not just all about the romance, I give you gifts. Like, I like you, I get a gift, you give me a gift, and all of that. It doesn't mean we're a couple.
But they say Valentine's Day is a day to show love, and it's meant to be a romantic day. So if you're going, it's romantic love. So if you're going to be showing romantic love to, like, here's the thing. Yeah. If you're in a couple, then you're a guy and a girl, and you're going to be romantic and everything. But when you're single, are you going to go on a date with Toby and say, okay, yeah, because they say show love?
Toby, when we hang out and you borrow me up, what do we do? You say, hi, man, JB, how you feeling, man? I'm like, okay, Toby, cheers to that. Yeah. We're showing love to each other.
Yeah, that's true.
For me, I think it's a perceptional thing. For me, that's the way I look at it.
In this day and age, that just seems if people you guys know what you're talking about and all of that. But on Valentine's Day, if someone walked in here and just saw you two chilling in the pool,
well,
I think in this day and age,
you
said, the perception is just like,
I get it.
What's going on there?
There?
Funny enough, they don't think the same about girls.
Yeah, that is so true. I remember one year, me and my girls, we gathered together and we went to the cinema and watched the movie together.
Valentine's?
Yeah, it was really nice.
You must have been the saddest people on that day.
How were we the saddest people?
A group of girls go to the cinema on Valentine's Day? That's a no-no.
Well, it's better than sitting at home
and being
they
probably show romantic movies
I don't have anyone for Valentine's Day.
But 2018 is going to be a very remarkable Valentine. What do you think?
That is true. That is true.
Because it's an Ash Wednesday.
Ash Wednesday. So your priest will have a good time again. People come to church, you can't go
there's this video I saw online, like when a Catholic priest announces February 14th to be an Ash Wednesday, the guys are like, okay, and the ladies are all, oh no, this is not happening.
You guys get a get out of jail card on that day.
Yeah.
It's not making it.
We'll make it. I'll go with that.
All right, so that's good.
This year, Valentine's Day is on the 15th of February, guys, not 14th, because it's an Ash Wednesday. So, guys, you still got to do something.
Get out.
You still got to do something.
Toby, 15th is what? Is it 14th?
No, it's not 14th.
It doesn't. If it's not 14th, it's not 14th.
I wouldn't even be. It's a Thursday. That's throwback Thursday.
Oh.
We'll be throwing back to.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do. 14th I escape, and then 15th I just
throw back to your escape.
But there's this thing. One of my friends was telling me, like, she was talking to this guy, and Valentine's Day was coming around, and the guy just went MIA.
That's me.
This guy went MIA. A week later, he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, my phone broke," and stuff like that.
Yeah. What if he was telling the truth?
He's lying.
Well,
I know. I don't think he's telling the truth. I'm just trying to give
several stories where guys go MIA because the girls are, "Oh, what are we doing? What are we?" It's like a time where you kind of like define what our relationship is. Like, what are we? Like, are we going to celebrate Valentine's Day? What are we going to do for Valentine's Day?
That's
so I
exactly
think
where we go.
That scares guys. Wow.
It's not that scares us. We just don't want to deal with it.
Deal with it.
No,
did you ever? Were your parents ever an inspiration for you to celebrate Valentine's Day? Though, like, what would your mom and dad do on Valentine's Day?
No.
When you were growing up, did you ever see Valentine's Day being celebrated?
Well, actually,
I got to see a lot of couples, but not my mom and dad actually, because they were into the Valentine thing.
Wow.
So, but I saw couples that had fun. That day, I know of a man that would buy his wife a special dress for that very day. I'm sure he does that always, but that very one is always special. And each time I look at him, I'm like, okay, should every man be like you?
I feel sorry for the day that the one Valentine's Day.
And
he
I'm
doesn't
like,
do it.
Forget.
I don't think I
Oh
want
my
to be
God.
like him.
Yeah,
So
'cause
that I
too
don't
much
end up
pressure.
forgetting,
Too
and
much
man,
pressure.
that's too much pressure.
Too much pressure.
But it's still cool when I look at them. Sometimes I feel it's cool in a way.
I know from from watching my parents. I remember one Valentine's Day specifically where my mom went all out. She bought a lingerie.
Ooh.
She bought chocolates.
Ooh.
She had the place done, and we were
Dun,
going
dun,
over to my
dun.
aunt's house, and my dad just didn't show up.
Ghost.
Oh,
And
So she put the effort in, and the guy built.
Yeah, he didn't
Still.
show up. And it really, really hurt her because we were the ones that encouraged her to do that.
to do that.
So it really hurt her, and you could see she was like, "Oh, I'm fine," but really, she wasn't fine.
She was just
That's
trying
a
to be
bit of a
fine for you
thing.
guys.
Yeah, that's
So I know, like, if it happens to her, I'm sure it happens to other women or
Yeah.
men, whereby you get excited for Valentine's Day,
And did
Yeah,
that put a
hope is-
downer on you as well? Thinking of just because that happened, I don't think I'm gonna put much effort into Valentine's
no,
Day.
it didn't put a downer on me. I just feel like when I'm in a relationship with someone, I'll celebrate.
He better treat you right.
Oh, he better.
Oh
He
yeah,
better.
that sounds like a trend.
It's not a trend.
Yeah. Here's another thing. Sorry to cut you short. I always think you females are always easy to get on Valentine's Day also.
Easy to get.
Let
Please
me
explain.
explain what happened. So,
We
I kind
females,
of
have you
happened
dated all
to
females?
most females, because I kind of happened to do a delivery job
Okay.
for Valentine's Day for guys who are shy to get the
Okay.
girl. I don't mind because I don't care. And
Uh-huh.
you're gonna pay me, so I'm calm. So
Ah,
I
so
happened
we
to
found
do
a
it for
business
this guy.
venture.
Wow,
See,
it's cool actually.
I always look for the positive. in
Oh
everything.
yeah, sure. Yeah. You're a smart guy.
I don't celebrate him, but then I help other guys and they give me money.
Why not?
I
God.
was never just my friend. So basically, this particular girl, me and her, I've never like seen eye to eye. We always
Yeah.
clash and everything. But that day, she happened to be the girl this guy wanted me to drop it to. I didn't care. So I went into where she worked, and obviously I'm holding the flower in one hand and a bag. And then as soon as I walk in, people go, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. Oh, and then they're like,
Okay.
who's this for? And I mentioned the girl's name. And then she was walking towards me, looking at me as if it was for me.
You know, tell me. let me help you out there. I don't think it's actually an easy to get kind of thing. Probably she's been wishing that you say something, and you
Yeah,
understand.
we-
And
we never
yeah,
agree
she
on things,
she
but
she
we kinda
misunderstood
clash.
the entire thing.
Okay, let me hold you guys there. You're gonna come back to that story, and I want to hear your arguments.
Okay.
And now we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back in a minute. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Convo Time. Just before the break, Toby was telling us a little story about his not so fabulous friend
Yeah.
who thought she was bringing flowers to him. And you had an argument there. About
Yeah,
how
I think that's a misunderstood love story actually.
Because-
Unrequited
You know,
love.
the thing is, probably this girl, like you said, you don't get along, and she might be this type of people that just feel, okay, I like this guy, and I just want him to notice me.
Yeah.
And you've been like, okay, this girl, she's so not into it, and maybe seeing you with that very gift and all of that made her feel, wow. So finally, this guy has come to say all I've been dying to hear. And
you know that like
Yeah.
that playground thing that they say when you really really like someone, you bully them.
You're mean to them.
You're mean to them. So maybe you should consider that this could be potential
Epic
bae.
fail for her anyways.
You what?
Epic fail for
But then
her.
I also think that for the guys, I think Valentine's Day can be a day whereby you can express to a girl that you really like her.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Just
Take
Yes, but
advantage of it.
maybe you could have thought about that. I'm sure you did.
take
You
the
did
risk
think
and
about
just
her a
tell
little
"Say,
bit.
girl, I like
we
you."
just
Nah.
we didn't see eye to eye on anything. Like we just used to like, neck
You know
to
they
neck
say
all the time.
opposites
Nah.
attract.
Oh, well, that was way opposite. That was negative attraction.
oh,
But okay, guys, what's the deal with one of the things I know is trending now? I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I've heard that because Valentine's Day is coming up, people that are in relationships, simply because the guy doesn't want all the pressure of Valentine's Day, he breaks up with the girl just before. And then after Valentine's Day, he's like, oh,
he
actually,
tries to
I'm
get
really
back.
sorry, blah, 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 blah. Just so they don't have to deal with Valentine's Day. Like,
He's not a
what the
man.
heck?
that's what I
Yeah,
think.
He's not a
he's
man,
not a
he's
man
still
at
a
all.
boy.
You're a coward.
Not a coward.
Not
He's just
really a
young-
coward. He's a
still
young
boy.
boy.
He's a coward.
He's not a coward.
He's a coward.
He's not a coward. I disagree.
Shying away from what?
Yeah, like
I don't understand. Why
He's
would he
not-
do that?
he's not
Why would
coward.
any man do that?
he's just a
It's
boy.
simple. You don't have nothing to celebrate. Hi, how are you? It's Valentine. Just be happy with each other and stuff.
Sure. Even if you're not working, do something simple as cooking dinner or going for picnics. Just something where both of you are just relaxing together. It doesn't have to be expensive. Like I've seen Valentine's Day like on a budget.
Indomie noodles.
Exactly.
2 for 1 with boiled egg.
For me, it's the thought that
Cut in
counts.
half.
It's the thought that
Pepper in
counts.
it.
You doesn't need to go all out and like get in a private place where you're all having dinner. It could be something just as little as meeting up for coffee during your lunch hour, knowing that you guys have a busy kind of schedule. And
But on the other
agree
hand,
with-
sorry.
Go
On the
on,
other
go on.
hand, I think anybody that does, let's not, all of a sudden jump into conclusion that these guys are probably not man enough or something.
that's what I'm
It
saying.
could be as a result of whom you're dating, and you know
Be your
what
finances.
she expects
Expectation, yeah.
and all of that, and you're sure you can meet up to
Yeah,
it.
so you just-
Though I don't blame that brother if he just decide to pull out. And
Oh, please,
after
how
that-
many Valentine's Day in a row are you going to be breaking up and getting
And
back
that's
together
the,
just to
well,
avoid it?
if it
silly.
becomes too frequent, that's when I will see you like
Too
a real
frequent
call.
is
Or maybe he has
Like-
other side. Maybe he has other side chicks.
it's a
That
possibility.
he has to please on Valentine's Day, so you
It's
can
a
please your
possibility.
side chick on Valentine's Day, but not your main chick.
Well, it depends on who's
Maybe you're
who's
not
his side chick.
You know what's weird about that? Right?
Ouch!
The guy actually dropped the gifts to that girl I was talking about.
Yeah.
He actually made, like, he got me to drop it to like 3 other girls. Is that wrong?
Very
Yes.
wrong.
Yes.
So then,
No, okay, wait. Let me hold you there.
Yeah.
I'll say yes first, but I'll ask a question. Was he actually with that girl that he
He
dropped it?
was-
Like,
he
did she
wasn't with
believe that they were in a
anyone.
relationship?
wasn't with
He was
anyone.
only shooting, like, he was trying to get one of them, so he tried all 3 at the same time.
or
I honestly think he took advantage of Valentine's Day.
yeah, to express himself. But did he actually get any of them?
Well, the girl that I dropped it to, that she thought it was from me, well, she was so rude. She didn't even say thank you when you called her.
Oh,
Later on, did I? Like I
Maybe
said,
because she didn't want it
that's
from
because
she
she
wanted it from
expected
you.
it from you.
well,
She didn't want
did
it.
from me though. Sorry. Like,
She wanted it from you,
I
so she
got
was
my money.
disappointed.
So
Yeah, I like that part. You got your money,
That's
bro.
just cruel. Okay, we've been saying couples in a relationship, getting with people. What about single people that have nobody on Valentine's Day? What are they supposed to do? They said it's meant to be for everybody showing love and stuff.
Yeah.
But what can you do on Valentine's Day if you have absolutely no one to share it with?
like if I don't get someone by February 14th, I'll probably celebrate it with my mom.
Oh,
that's
that's
cute.
good.
Yeah.
So because I feel like even although they say it has to have this romantic effect with
Yeah.
it, but I honestly feel like you can always celebrate it with someone who wouldn't never expect it from you. You
Yeah.
get me? Like your mom. If my granny was alive, I'd probably do it with my granny. For the
Wow.
fact, it'd be
So
funny because
Yeah.
she wouldn't really, but she knows about Valentine's, but she'd
Yeah.
be like, "God, really? It'd be
Not
fun."
Toby, I'm thinking you're very emotional.
I'm not that.
Oh
emotional.
yeah.
you
Oh
are.
yeah.
Like a heart.
Oh
You know,
yeah.
my dad actually took my sister on a date. Now, it wasn't specifically on Valentine's Day, but he just got up one day and said, "Ashley, when you finish, like after school, we'll go out together just to have a little chat."
Wow.
And he took her to a Chinese restaurant on a date, and he said literally that was the best conversation they'd had in years.
Yeah, 'cause she
Wow.
really feel like, whoa, that's what I'm saying.
Like my
Like,
dad
when
really
you-
wants to get to know me.
Yeah.
Take your girls out.
That's really nice.
I think
actually.
that's cute.
I like Toby's idea. It's actually cool. For
You get to know
singles.
your mom,
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of the post Valentine's Day walk of shame?
Yeah, when she's leaving your house.
When a girl basically gets with a guy, a single girl gets with a single guy, just for the purpose of it being Valentine's Day, they hook up, and the next morning she's walking home in the exact same clothes she was in the night before.
Oh.
Or a guy even. Well, I don't think, do guys even feel the walk of shame thing?
Nah.
It's called walk
Girls
of
don't
fame.
do that.
It goes walk of
Toby.
fame.
I like that.
Like,
It's
girls
actually a
do
walk
that
of fame
to
for the
themselves
guy.
Because of one day, like it's just so sad.
Well, do you feel that there's some people that are actually desperate to be with somebody just because they don't, like, I know people that think, oh, I don't want to be alone on Valentine's Day, it's sad, you're not supposed to be alone, you're supposed to be celebrating with someone, and just for that reason they hook up with any Tom, Dick, and Harry they see.
Well, you're not
Yeah,
gonna be alone
it
forever.
happens. It
You're
happens.
not gonna be alone
I
forever.
think-
Your time will come. I always say, my time will come. So
I
it
feel
might
like
not come
you're
now,
one of the wise ones.
but my time will come, and I'll celebrate it when I celebrate it.
Wise
Yeah,
enough.
some persons, I think everybody should actually borrow a clip from what you just said.
Yeah.
It's most singles though. It's not everybody. I think singles.
But
Your
then
time
again,
will
if you want
come.
to celebrate Valentine's Day as a single, then meet up with people. Maybe throw a party even and invite people around. And
Yeah, that brings me back to the
Valentine's
initial like
Day.
example I gave. You know, like if you're a Christian, go to church,
yeah,
have like a get together.
yeah. Churches do
You
Yeah,
know,
organize
churches do
Valentine's
churches
Day,
organize.
organize get
Valentine's Day
together.
ball.
So instead of just sitting at home and thinking or whatnot, get yourself up and go somewhere. You see a group of people, young people like you, coming together. You share ideas. You talk about love.
Fun,
You have
dance.
fun. You eat. You drink, and all of that. And by the time you know, you go home fulfilled. You go home
Yeah.
really happy, and you're like, "Wow, this is my Valentine."
Or you might go over to church girl. One of them.
Maybe a relationship will start from
There you
there.
go.
You
Okay,
never
it's
know. You
possible.
never
It's
know.
possible.
Do you think that's a bit odd though if you go to church and, well, people say, yeah, they meet in church. But if you go to church and you go home with a church girl on that same day, like,
Oh, you go home. Oh, no.
You go
or is that
home.
not what you mean? Like, if you end up with a church, you go, like, in the whole festivities and
I don't
everything,
think
you end
you
up going
mean
home with a
to go
girl.
home.
Technically, the church is filled with sinners. So
Ouch.
Come on,
Imagine you wanna
Toby.
Ouch.
no, but the church is not a place for people who are saved already.
Okay.
Like as a sinner, you should, yeah. So
But you go to
you can go
church
home
to
for
get
Bible
saved.
study. Yeah, you can go home and have Bible study
Come on,
together.
Toby. You go to church, like you
Toby,
said, the
please,
church is
stop.
not for the saints. It's for people that are sinners, and you go there to get saved. So going there to get saved, and you're going back home with a church girl. I don't
You
understand.
ain't saved yet.
You never know what might happen. You guys might save each other. You
Oh
might
yeah.
save each other. She might be like,
What a
"Oh, I
terrible
just came home
intention.
to chill with you. I'm not gonna do anything with you." And maybe they might have a good conversation, and you might be like, "Actually,
Why can't you have a
enjoy
good conversation in
In
church?
church.
that." After church conversation.
Sounds like after church party.
It does happen. You know that.
In daylight.
It does, because a few
Yeah.
people say they meet in church. So how do they meet in church? Of course, they had a conversation in
Yeah,
church,
they
and then
do.
it was
But I don't
post.
think it's actually a thing of after church and you go home.
Yeah, you don't plan it. It's not like you go there with that motive. But sometimes, what if it happens? Is it wrong? That's what I'm saying.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, it's not wrong.
I don't know.
feel like anything can happen.
Anything can
To
happen.
each his own.
To each his own.
Like Ronke might throw her party. You might meet someone there and go home with the person. Does that mean?
That's true. That's
So
true.
just because it was in church doesn't mean
Nah.
you can't do it.
Nah,
Well, like
I think
said,
Toby is
people
right.
people do meet in church.
Yeah,
So
people do meet
we
in
don't know
church.
what their exact love stories are. So it could have been that kind of
That kind of
situation,
it.
like you said as well.
And they could have a good conversation, and at the end of the day, nothing gets to happen. And from there, I think that's where we met in church thing really comes in. If nothing happens that very day.
Okay, so we've said church. We've said maybe throw a party.
Mhm.
We've said chill with your girls. What else can we do?
Go swimming, Toby. You know,
Maybe
you know.
go on a blind date.
On a blind date.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We do.
On Valentine's
Remember,
Day.
you're single.
If you're really desperate,
Ronke's experience, you know that.
Wow.
Is that where I wonder if that's where the walk of shame comes from. You go on a blind date and then you end up
not
in the walk.
necessarily. You can walk out of a blind date if you do.
Remember, you're blind.
Have you been on a blind date, Ronke?
She has, man. Obviously, she's got a blind date. She has. Ronke has done everything possible that a single person can do. On a blind date.
How
She's
are
gone
you
to the
so
cinema.
sure of
She
No,
said
I
that?
she's
haven't.
gone to the cinema with a group of girls to watch
Yeah,
movies.
yes.
She's probably thrown a Valentine party.
Okay.
Have you?
No,
Have you gone
Have
to
you
one?
been to a Valentine's party?
no, I've heard of one.
Oh, she had one. There you go. She probably didn't go because she was like, I don't want to be part of them losers.
Ah.
Toby, that's not true.
Single people are not losers.
Exactly.
Just because you have a girlfriend.
We're just single,
Technically
and no,
single.
that doesn't make you
Technically.
loser.
Just because you're single doesn't mean you're lonely.
Yeah.
You know, you can be single and happy.
I've never heard that saying you're single until you're married.
I think
I don't
some couples won't
necessarily-
actually
I don't
agree with that
necessarily
because some
agree with
couples
that.
are married and single. Feels like they're single.
I don't necessarily
Wow.
agree with that.
That's actually true.
Why? So what would you say? If you're dating someone, you're
Yeah.
not married to them, you're still single.
When you think about it, when you fill out a form, if you're dating
Exactly.
someone,
There's no
what are you gonna
option for
put? There's no option for dating.
Technically.
you. I'm a professional
You do it.
girlfriend.
You do it. You do it.
Professional
It's the simple. It's
There you
single.
go. You see?
The X word covers dating.
He actually says it. Is it single or married? That's it. Divorce.
It's either
There's no
SM.
option for you lot.
All right, then. That is a wrap. We're going to leave it there because I think there's a lot more we could potentially say about what you could do on Valentine's Day, but I want to hear from you guys. What do you do on Valentine's Day? If you're single, if you're in a relationship, if you're married, what do married people do on Valentine's Day? Is the hype dead for married people? I hope not. I want to see all your comments and everything you have to say on our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all our social medias. Check them out, and we will see you next time on Convo Time. Laters.
You wanna jump in? Ah, there we go.